Good morning,
Happy
everyone.
Tuesday! Woo!
And it has rained here all night long, and all day, and it looks like for the next couple of days. So we haven't had rain for
2 months.
2 months. Yeah,
We're like 10, 12 inches below normal.
I haven't mowed our yard in for about 4.5, maybe 5 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, so
we're really grateful. Two
Yep.
full rain barrels. That means we've gotten at least an inch. So we're very grateful for that.
Yep,
Yay!
that was the post I saw in a rain gauge was 1 inch.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
So I'm Kim Spillers.
And I'm Frank Spillers.
And we're Rural Community Solutions. We bring our broadcast to you every day, Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time about rural communities for rural communities. We talk on topic for your growth. And this is Cece. Just want to say hello. Cece's our mascot, our Wuka raccoon, who helps us welcome, understand, comfort, and appreciate ourselves and others. So she guides us and just kind of keeps track, but she's our mascot for our company.
And you might wonder where WUCA comes from, to welcome, understand, comfort, and appreciate. And it's our book. It is our philosophy. This is our curriculum that we use in our coaching programs. It's our curriculum that we use in our community programs, in our leadership program, how to make communities grow a lot better. And it's based upon how to get along with everybody, how to build civility every place you go. It's the BWUCA way, the art of getting along. And we're
glad you're here.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, we are good.
So this is September. We are doing entrepreneurship as our topic all month long. And so today we are going to continue talking about purpose. What's your purpose for why you're here?
And why you're here, what I would want you to do right now, because I see we have some people watching.
Woohoo!
I want you to write in the comments why you're here. What brought you here? And what makes you interested in this topic? Are you interested in supporting entrepreneurs, or are you an interested entrepreneur to make yourself better? Because these principles that we teach, the principles that we teach, are all about entrepreneurship. But you have to think like an entrepreneur to support entrepreneurs. So if you work in a community, if you live in a community, which I hope you do, you've got to in some type of community, there's going to be entrepreneurs around. And how do you support them? How can you support their thinking? Because entrepreneurs think differently.
Behave a little differently.
Yeah, they behave a little differently too. All right.
Perhaps one of the things you might be that you can throw into the comments is maybe you're a community spark plug. Maybe you're always looking for new ways to get your community to do something, to move in some new direction, to try a new idea. So if that's you, we'd sure love to get to know you. That would be awesome. So throw it in Facebook or throw it here on YouTube and just toss a comment out and we will follow up with you.
And when we say spark plug, you know what a spark plug is for your car or for an engine, right?
We really should get one of those. Maybe people don't know what a spark plug looks like, so we can, have an object lesson.
Okay.
Spark plug.
Yeah.
Think car mechanic.
Yes.
It's a little tube. But maybe it's not.
Well, what happens though? There's a gap between the spark plug and the spark and the plug. Okay, and in between that gap is the spark. Okay, so if you're between an entrepreneur and you're in the community, you're that spark. You have to be that spark to move forward. You have to be that passionate person that sees something differently in your community, that you can be the motivation, you can be the leverage. Are we back? Hey, give us a thumbs up if we're back. All right, I can see that.
Plan
Now I see a picture. Okay, let's see. Okay,
we're here again.
Thanks, Janet. Can you just kind face? Okay. Are we there?
Watching.
Are we there? Yep. Okay.
Thanks,
I think we are.
All right,
and we're back because we say we can end the broadcast. Okay. Okay, Gil, get back on. Okay, if you can see us now. Okay. You can hear. We're good. We're good to go.
All right. Thanks for bearing with us.
Purpose. we were talking about
our
our
purpose.
purpose.
Is to talk to you about entrepreneurship and how important it is to communities. We can do this together.
Okay.
That's it.
So yes, here we're getting ready. Go ahead and talk.
We're getting the slides ready. But all this month is Entrepreneurship Month. If you missed that before we were suddenly cut off, that's what we'll be talking about all month long. Today, we're talking about purpose. What are we here for? How can we help discover what our purpose is? Last week, we talked about passion. This week is purpose. Next week, we'll be talking about vision. How do you create a vision for yourself? And the last week is all about goals. Got to have some steps to be able to get us to where we want to go. So this week, we'll just, as Frank continues to get this set up, we will be introducing that Thursday this week. If you saw last week's interview with Don Mackey, Don is a colleague from the Entrepreneurial Ecosystem, which is E2 for short, if you look on the web. And he is going to talk to us about why entrepreneurship in Thursday's interview. So be sure and join us then, 11:30 every day, Monday through Friday, and Thursday, Don Mackey will be in the house, and that always excites us.
So we're back, and we're talking about how communities can support entrepreneurship. I think when we froze, we were talking about spark plugs, and it's that spark plug. It's that spark plug that wants to move forward. Every community has them, and that spark plug might not be a traditional leader. Mm-hmm. The spark plug usually we have to find. We can ask them, and we can find your spark plug in 3 questions. All right. And so when we go into communities, we ask those 3 questions of who do you really go to, who helps people get along, and who helps people make a decision. Is there a person you have to kind of get permission from before you move forward? That can be a spark plug. That can be an informal leader. That can be a leader that is in a informal position, and they might not even be a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and it could be a spark plug. But it's those underlying leaders that really create the spark that moves that community forward. So you need to find them as you look at them. We have one comment here. I want to put it up because Janet says that I'm an interested entrepreneur, interested in getting better, being a better entrepreneur. And so rural connections run deep for me and love what you do and your passion for rural. Well, thank you, Janet. We appreciate that. And that is getting better. I mean, that's the part of being an entrepreneur is always wanting to learn, always wanting to make that one more step, because that's going to give you the strategic advantage. Will that give you the edge over somebody else that will get you that account? Will that give you the edge over somebody else that will help you be more creative on getting that extra oomph, if you will, for your business? And every entrepreneur is always looking for that. So we really appreciate that. And if you're a community, you need to understand that, because as a community entrepreneur, you want them to look at entrepreneurs. They need to be supported in all of this. And as a community leader, as that spark plug, you need to create a entrepreneurial support system for that, because entrepreneurship is key in revitalizing your families and revitalizing your community and doing what we help communities do, and that is to design a family-friendly, youth-centered place that attracts people, attracts entrepreneurs, attracts a teleworkforce, attracts solopreneurs, attracts that creative leader that helps your community move forward. Because we have lost our entrepreneurial spirit. A lot of places have lost the entrepreneurial spirit. It's kind of like that song, you lost that love and feeling. Yeah. You lost the entrepreneurial feeling. Okay, well, that, this is why. This is why our kids cringe when we call, and when I call anyway and sing happy birthday to them. I mean, they don't answer. All right. So I can put it on their voicemail. Anyway, but you need to support that entrepreneurship. You need to support the entrepreneurial spirit for people to move forward. That is your economic advantage in a rural area. And given where we are with the COVID crisis, people are staying in their homes. They are looking for that extra income. They might have a side hobby that they could be boosting up. If you watch social media these days, and whether you agree with social media or not, people at home have been on social media more. And what they have done is they have taken the leap and are really creative on social media to help build an audience that adds value to them. And building that audience, they would have never have done that had they not been maybe a little bored or quarantined, trying to find something to do, or all of a sudden they found themselves without any employment and without any income. So they had to be creative. There are a couple of different types of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs because they want to, and entrepreneurs because they had to. Entrepreneurs because they had to is like us. I mean, when I got fired from a position, we were here at home, so we had to take our side business and make it our full-time business. And we've been doing that for 15 years now, almost 16 years, as a full-time, 100% full-time business that we have done. And that is the creative side of being an entrepreneur. That is how entrepreneurism really starts. That there are very few people that start out wanting to be an entrepreneur. They might want to be an entrepreneur, but they just don't jump right into it. I mean, some do, but you need that support mechanism.
You do need people who support you in the community and your family. You need a network of people who are your cheerleaders when you are an entrepreneur. People who are saying, okay, great idea, to help you actually think it through. Have you thought about this? What if you did it this way? How do you see this going? It's really important to have a network of people who really have your back and really want you to succeed. They may ask you some tough questions, but they really have your best interest at heart. And those are the people that you really want to have surrounding you, no matter where they come from.
So an entrepreneur needs to find out their purpose. And the purpose, the definition of purpose that we use is the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. So ask yourself your question here. Why do you exist? Why are you here? Why do you do what you do? This is that philosophical question that everybody needs to answer. And if you watched yesterday, you have learned step one. And now we're going to go to step two, that you have to find out who you are, because step one was finding your joy times. What makes you the most joyful? What are you doing? Where are you? What are your joy times? Step two is this. Step two is you identify who you are, right? So list two of your most unique personal qualities, such as I'm really enthusiastic or I'm creative. List those most unique qualities. Just take a piece of paper, the same piece of paper I told you to take yesterday. Okay, this is part of the curriculum.
This is an entire formula.
This is it. And so if you take that piece of paper and you continue on with what unique qualities do you have as a person, as your personality. Okay? And also then list one or two ways you enjoy expressing those qualities. In other words, I enjoy interacting with others, such as I support and inspire people. Right? I'm enthusiastic, but I really enjoy inspiring others. That's me. I love when I'm up in front of folks. It can be on a stage. I could be doing a keynote.
Could be on Zoom.
I could be on Zoom. It could be. It's right here. I hope you're feeling it through the camera and during a keynote or a workshop. But I am always there. I look at people's faces, and that's why this is
different.
This is different. Yep. It's different. It's because I can't see your face. So what I have done is I positioned your face right there. You have very expressive eyes. You have a big smile, and you're nodding with me up and down like that. So that's what I look for in audience participation, because that I know I'm connected to them. I know that I'm interacting with them and I'm inspiring them. I am connecting with something they need to do. That's me. That is me. I'm unique. I might have the same qualities as somebody else, but my purpose is unique to me. And I've had to step back and figure all this out and reflect as I have moved forward. And that has helped frame our business, because our purpose reflects what we do with people. Our purpose then reflects if we do things. Because if somebody asks us to do something and we say that doesn't mix with our passion and our purpose, because last week we were talking about passion. What are we passionate about? And our purpose, if those two things don't mesh, then why would we do that? Why would we do what we're not passionate about and what doesn't fall within our purpose? That's who we are. And that's an entrepreneur. That is that definite entrepreneur that helps you find what you want to do. And in this day and age of COVID, finding your purpose is extremely important, because if you're quarantined, then you have a lot of time on your hands to think. Because we usually travel at least 40 to 50,000 miles a year in a car, right? But we can't travel because we're from a state that if we go to any other state, we have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So it's not going to work for us. So we have to really think about our purpose and how to get our purpose out to you. We had to be creative. And how do we get that purpose out to you? And thus we created the live stream. This is what we do. So we're here every day doing our purpose through the medium that we can, right? How we have to deliver, how we can deliver, trying to build a better community and trying to help spark plugs in those communities at least get their community back on track. Because right now we have to restart our communities. Our communities are floundering. Some of them are not experiencing the reality of what the situation is. Some of them are up and down. Some of them have closed. How do we support that through this process? And that is with entrepreneurs, and helping entrepreneurs help to define their business better. That's where this is. And that's what Rural Community Solutions is all about. How do you help that entrepreneur? How do you help them define their business better? Okay. And so today's steps are: list 2 of your most unique personal qualities, such as I'm enthusiastic and I'm creative. All right. And then sorry. And then list 1 or 2 ways you enjoy expressing those qualities. Like, do you love to inspire? Are you creative, and can you inspire others? And do you support others? Because if you support others, then you are what we call that collaborative leader, because supporting others and being that collaborative leader helps, and that's a spark plug, and helps that community work with people rather than just the projects. And if you've been following us, you know we're all about the people, and the projects will get done. Okay.
So my 2, I would say 2 of my most unique personal qualities, just to give you something against which to balance. Though I'm very enthusiastic, I'm really quite outgoing. And so one of my unique characteristics is that I easily make friends. People become comfortable with me and trust me in a very short period of time. It's a real gift. I can find out things from people about their life within a matter of minutes. That's just a gift that I've been given. So that might be your gift as well. And so it doesn't have to be anything like you have a skill necessarily, because skills you can learn. Think about what your personality is like. What kinds of characteristics are uniquely you that you can turn into a business, that you can use that to benefit yourself and your family and your community?
I can vouch for her skill, because she will come back to me and she will know more about a person. I mean, in 5 minutes than I could ever learn in a lifetime. All right. And so when we do our personalities tests, it's like I'll go into a room and I'll find out people, kind of like this. I'll just get to know them. I get to know them in a nice way, and I get to know them a little bit deeper. Yeah. But she goes into the room and she knows them. I mean, really, really deep, and her memory is impeccable, because we'll be a month out from an event or something. I'll say, remember that person that you were telling me about? What was their name? And she go, boom, and that's it. And we just met them. So it's a really an amazing skill. And what we have done as a husband and wife entrepreneurial team is looked at each other's skills. Where are we, and what purpose and passion do we each have? We run a business that we're passionate about, but we have different passions, we have different purposes. And so some of our skill set and some of our personalities are way different, that we have to learn how to mesh that into a business to work synergistically.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was well done.
There's my $5 word for the day. Okay. Yay. All right.
Love that. Yes. So if you feel brave that you would love to share your 2 unique characteristics, we would love to see that. If you want to send us, you could send them privately if you want, from yesterday, about what makes you happy and what touches you deeply. And that was step 1. And step 2 is about your 2 unique personal qualities, your characteristics, and how you enjoy expressing those characteristics. If you want to send those to us, you can sure toss off an email to frank@ghorizons.com or kim@ghorizons.com, and we'd love to help you flesh that out.
That'd be really great. And we will help you kind of form that, because tomorrow we'll go into step 3. All right. And then Friday, step 4, because Thursday we have the interview with Don at Mackey, and you're going to want that, because the topic of the interview with Don is why entrepreneurship. He's going to go into the basics and the facts and the foundation of why your community, as a rural community, need to support entrepreneurs as your economy. All right. We can talk all day about we're enthusiastic entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs are choosing the community that they want to live in, and they choose that community based upon, do they feel they are supported
and welcomed,
whether
or not they have a place in the community.
And so that's really important for rural communities, because we have this opportunity with the teleworkforce starting to move around. And there's an article I'm going to be talking about here shortly, probably on Friday, about which cities are people leaving and what states are they going to, that has this opportunity for people you can capture these people of why they're moving, because they don't want to be around a big population these days. I mean, it's just this isn't about politics. This is about physical characteristics and why people are doing what they're doing.
Well, and actually it loops back to the very first couple of weeks where we talked about our triangle, our sense of well-being triangle, whether or not people feel they have quality of life, safety, and choices. And what the pandemic has done is upset that triangle. And people are looking for new opportunities where they can live where they feel literally safer. People in metropolitan areas do not feel safe, especially New York and LA, where numbers were so high and hospitals were overrun. So this is a reality that rural communities can see as an opportunity, where people are looking to move into different places. And are they looking at your community? And if they're not, how can you help encourage them to do so?
Well, and how can you make your community so they look at it?
Yes.
I mean, it's all about attracting people. It's not about going out and finding the people and saying, hey, come here. You have to create a community to where they want to live. I mean, and that's a whole process of how do we look at your culture, and how do we, and if you want that process, just call us, because that's what we do. We help you identify your culture. We help you identify the type of person that you want to have attracted to your community. And then we help you get those steps. So it's all about passion, purpose, vision, and goals for your community also, because if your community wants to be entrepreneurial, you have to think like an entrepreneur. And that's what we're trying to help you do, is how do you become an entrepreneur, but how do you think like an entrepreneur that you can support that? So that's that intertwined circle that we're really there. So come back tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, same station, either on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube and become a friend of ours.
Your networks.
Share the Facebook and Rural Community Solutions Facebook page. Share that around. Frank Spiller's Facebook page. Share that around. We're happy to be here. We're just trying to help. That's all it is.
So if you would like help designing a family-friendly, youth-centered place, we'd love to talk to you. Again, our emails are frank@ghorizons.com, kim@ghorizons.com. This is Entrepreneurship Month. This week, we're focusing on purpose, and we would love to help you find yours and how you might be able to develop a small business as an entrepreneur that benefits your family and your community.
So if you're an entrepreneur or you're a community that wants to support entrepreneurs and be successful, here's the quote of the day. If you want to be successful, you have to want it as much as you want to breathe. I'm Frank Spillers.
I'm Kim Spillers.
And this is
Cece.
Always saying
goodbye.
Have a great day, guys.
Have a terrific Tuesday.
Bye-bye.